Ladies and gentlemen, look, let's start off with a little bit of mixed news from Jurgen Klopp's press conference today ahead of the game against Ajax. This is what he had to say around the injury situation. Some good news, some bad news, some in between, I suppose. The bad news is it's looking like we will be without Thiago Alcantara until around Christmas time, or maybe even the new year. Klopp doesn't want to put a time frame on it. He was saying that the injury is a bit more serious than they first thought. Actually, I'll tell you exactly what he had to say, and these are the manager's words, so no point in me giving you my take on it. Let's hear what the gaffer has to say. He said, Thiago, we may have to clarify a little bit. On that day, when Thiago got injured in the challenge in the Everton game, there was another bad injury, and that scans was like really bad news, and then one after the other was some really good news because nothing was broken, nothing was ruptured, and other stuff like this. But as we realise now, it was still a massive impact on the knee. The problem is in a situation like that, nothing is ruptured and nothing is broken, and that means everybody thinks, okay, you can play after a few days. But the impact on the leg was that big that it's still not okay. It's not massive, and he trains from time to time. Not in this moment, because we have to realise that we have to go a few further steps. I can't say exactly when he'll be fine, but it will take a few weeks still with Thiago. So look, that's the bad news. Now the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, the more positive news is that Trent Alexander-Arnold and Xherdan Shaqiri both are a little bit closer to fitness and could be in contention for the game coming up against Wolves on Sunday night at 7:15. Naby Keita will be checked before the Ajax game, so there's a little chance we might see Keita on the bench tomorrow. So a bit of positive news on that one. Obviously Naby felt his hamstring and pulled up. You could see his frustration when he was punching the ground at the time. So yeah, Naby Keita unfortunately coming back. Sorry, unfortunately is the wrong word. Naby Keita coming back to fitness, and we will see him perhaps on the bench tomorrow. So yeah, let's wait and see with regards to that one. The gaffer said James Milner will also be unavailable for the game after feeling his hamstring during the Brighton game. So maybe the weekend for Jimmy Milner. I'm yet to see an exact timescale on that one. Was Thiago a dream? It's starting to feel that way, isn't it? It's starting to feel it. But look, I was saying this to Connor earlier on. It always feels worse in the moment in these things. Like, if you think about it, we're about a quarter of the way, maybe just over a quarter of the way through the season. And if Thiago misses another 3 or 4 or 5 games, we still have 3.5, 3.75 more years of Thiago at Liverpool. And the gaffer is, of course, looking longer term with this to make sure that we do get the benefit of Thiago over those years. So it is frustrating, but you know, it's the right thing to do, as much as it does frustrate us fans.